I'm gonna call it to order the Board of Aldermen special meeting for Monday, August 29th. It is 6:30. Roll call, please.
Alderman Motley.
Here.
Alderman Hudson.
Here.
Alderman Wilkins.
Present.
Alderman Decker.
Here.
Alderman Rogers. Alderman Magley.
Yeah. All right, we have a quorum. Thank you. If I can everybody stand for pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. That moves us to comments from citizens. So at this time, I would welcome any visitors and guests that had comments for the board at this time to step forward. I think a lot of you folks are here in support, so that's great to see as well. But so I had no comments sent to me.
I did.
Did you?
Had a conversation with Dick Ward a week ago Wednesday. And this conversation has come up before, and it's about the parking spaces right by the garden. How they stick out into the street versus running along the street. I know we've asked Mr. Forsey in the past to look at it, but maybe we could ask them to look at it again. Because when you get to current day long trucks that are bigger and longer vehicles that are bigger than, probably were in place many years ago, they do stick out and do block that right turn lane sometimes when you come around there. So
No, we're talking about where?
just the last couple of slots.
Down by the Chance Gardens?
By the Chance
On
Gardens.
On Singleton? Heading
Yeah.
east,
Okay.
on the
Yeah.
east side. I mean, on the south side.
Yes.
Yes. Got it.
Yeah. We've talked about it before, and I don't know if we ever really came to a conclusion, or we just kind of tabled it, never.
I've heard what we have talked about. I don't think we really- Let's talk,
It was
let's
brought
talk
up
back
again.
to the street department on that.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Good. Thank
And I
you.
had two.
Okay.
I had a guy call me about grass being blown out in the street and not being blown off the street when they mow their yard.
I concur with that.
They
I
think-
see it
they
in two, three
think
places.
that needs to be blown off the street. I don't know if we have an ordinance for
We
that.
do have, we do have.
So, we need to, I think we need
That-
to
that's-
enforce that.
That Sandy can help us with that.
We need to enforce that a little harder, I believe. And then the other one was signage. When we have a street patch like on Jefferson, in the dark, you can't see nothing. They got one blinking light. I mean, if somebody has a wreck there, we're gonna be in a lawsuit.
Higher visibility of
Yes.
the obstruction at night.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't know why they don't pour higher, a highway mix to open it 4 hours after they pour it.
I don't know, that's probably something that we probably should mandate probably when we talk about somebody having to cut down a street.
And that's for the city crews too. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
because
I
it's
mean,
7 days. I mean,
slow queue process.
yes.
I was wondering if there wasn't something we could do to speed that up. I know you can't get hot mix, so it's a hotter wind.
I did ask Bill about that, and he wasn't sure what they had put in there. He knows what they usually use, so maybe.
Well, it
I think
wasn't.
it'll be
It
mandatory,
wasn't, it
highly
was,
mixed.
it's still curing, so I mean, it wasn't that hot mix, I can tell you that. I've seen it before, I want you to know that, so I think we probably should, let's get with Matt on that as well. If you write the note, we'll talk with him about that. And we'll start doing that.
And we need to do better signage too.
Oh, absolutely, got both. Yep, all good points. Anything else from anybody that they've heard from the public?
I just got that email or voicemail about the grass too.
Okay.
Parks.
I had gotten I'd gotten an email, from a citizen, regarding that they had frustration with the library due to the fact that it seemed like they were there 2 or 3 times, they took pictures, and there was, alternative new books in the library, targeted at youngsters, children, youth, about alternative, sexual identity and that kind of thing. And, I forwarded it over to Amy to share with the board. It's not really our responsibility, but I sent it over to her, and she called me right back and said we were already on it. She said what had happened was that they had a request for some literature to be put in, for people, topics and subjects on the shelves. And in doing so, those were the only new books that came in. And so they were sitting on the new arrivals deal, but it was about 3 weeks worth of books that came in, and that was what the new books were. So it looked like that they were publicizing that agenda, but that wasn't an agenda, it was the timing of the books that came in and what was going on. So just give everybody an idea, that's what that was. And she got back, and they got back with the citizens and talked with them and meet with them. So just give you that update. All right. Then I would close comments from the citizens at this time. We had a closed session on here. It's turned out we don't need to go in closed session for any reason, really, at this time, with what's going on. Thought we might be doing some updating on some things, but we're really not. So we'll stay in regular session at this point. That moves us to item 7, Mayor's Action Agenda. Appointments. We have appointments of a couple of positions tonight that we can talk about. One would be Tara for city administrator, the position we talked about, we decided upon. And the other is the deputy city clerk, a position that you may talk about that if you want. And you went through a process here internally and vetted it out. You might bring something to speak on what that looks like.
Okay, so in the past, there was always city clerk and deputy city clerk. Traditionally, the deputy city clerk had the AP accounts that they took care of for accounts payable. And they were the second signers on the checks when the city clerk wasn't available. Since we haven't had a deputy city clerk, when we brought Marilyn on, she became second signer on some things. But with the movement in the office and not hiring, we're going to combine the city clerk position. I felt it was important to have the deputy city clerk position filled again to support Marilyn as city clerk.
And so, to elaborate, part of what we talked about too, when we were getting down to making decisions and personnel and things like that, one of the things that we had talked about, and I shared that talk with you folks about, potentially one head count being reduced due to the fact that the finance position being rolled back in under the city clerk's expectations, and then the AP's being moved back off to the deputy city clerk. And so we won't have a finance position, we will have so we'll have one less head count. We do have an open part-time position that we're putting on hold until we get everything settled down. Is what Tara thought would be what we would do, and then she's going to decide from there if we need to refill that as well. So that's kind of where we're at on those. So that's kind of new. The structure kind of going back to the old structure, based upon the fact that we put in some systems and some things like that to streamline us. Looks like we're going to give that a real go, and I told we want to keep a close eye on it to make sure we don't want anybody swimming and drowning all week long. In a couple of days a week when we're shutting off people and things like that due to non-payment, those kind of things. Those days get frustrating and trying anyway. But we want everybody to have a workload that's fair and reasonable, and they can go home not exhausted, every night. It can happen a couple of times a week, but a month. But we don't want that an ongoing thing. We burn people out. We don't want that. So we want to watch for that as well as we go down this road. Yeah.
Pardon me, Your Honor, so is the deputy city clerk position going to be a part-time position?
No, it's full-time.
You're starting a part-time until you get that taken care of?
No. We're going back to having a deputy city clerk is what we're going to do tonight, would be the plan, and we will have a city clerk and a deputy city clerk. We will not have a finance position.
Yes, sir.
That's the hierarchy. And that was the old hierarchy as well. We're just going back to it and kind of combine that stuff and take an AP, as she said, off for the deputy clerk's position to make it below.
We've had an open part-time customer service position. It's been open for a little while. We just haven't filled it, and we're going to leave it open for now
Yes.
and not advertise for it.
Doesn't mean we're not going to fill it. It just means we're going to get settled in and see where we're at and see how it shakes out, and then from there make a decision what we want to hire for. Too, I think we'll be in a part-time position is what you were saying. you know, not, just maybe just not to answer the phone with her, but, you know, if it's specific things she was talking about, so thought it made good sense to verify what we need and go from there. So, that puts us to, so, we'll go down here, so that's on the agenda there. Appointments to the library board, I have an
You haven't
appointment.
appointed them. You haven't appointed them
Well, okay, I guess we can down here, that's what we do, right? I haven't done this for a while, I mean,
yet. We appoint the city clerk and the deputy city clerk.
We need to.
did you order,
Yeah.
didn't you order snacks?
Ordinance for me.
Yeah.
So we can go ahead, they can make a motion to accept your appointments of the city clerk and deputy city clerk.
Okay,
We can
so,
Swear them in.
gotcha, so I would take a motion for appointments of city clerk of Tara.
No, it's the city clerk and the deputy.
Okay, she's down here on the ordinance, now I get what we gotta do with you now, it's good. I keep taking you.
You're right.
I'm not trying to slight you, I understand if you're the city administrator, it's gonna be a few minutes, but, okay, so.
Bill number, please.
That's why I screwed up. So anyway, yeah, let's get it done. No, this is for Marilyn, to be the city clerk and appointment of, Beth Cable to deputy.
So
city
moved.
clerk. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. That moves us down to appointments for the library board.
We're gonna swear them in?
Well, we can, I guess. Is that
What's
what
in
we
your
do?
hand, Tara?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to be
What's in your
sworn.
hand?
I'm gonna swear in Marilyn.
Okay, so swear in Marilyn at this time, and I don't know who swears her in. Marilyn swears her in.
I'm gonna swear Marilyn in, she'll swear in Beth, and then Marilyn will swear me in when we get down there.
Well, yeah, you're
She'll
down
just
there.
swear.
You got me. I'm going to swear in a moment, so.
Okay. Raise your right hand, please. I, Marilyn Dick,
I, Marilyn Dick,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Missouri
and the Constitution of the State of Missouri
and the ordinances of the City of Centralia,
and the ordinances of the City of Centralia,
and that I will faithfully demean myself
and that I will faithfully demean myself
in the office of City Clerk of said city
in the office of City Clerk of said city
to the best of my ability, according to law, so help me God.
to the best of my ability, according to law, so help me God.
Favorite spots. I'll move over here, you can go right there.
Raise your right hand, please. I, Beth Cable,
I, Beth Cable,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Missouri
and the Constitution of the State of Missouri
and the ordinances of the City of Centralia,
and the ordinances of the City of Centralia,
and I will faithfully demean myself in the office of Deputy City Clerk
and that I will faithfully demean myself in the office of Deputy City Clerk
of said city to the best of my ability, according to law, so help me God.
of said city to the best of my ability, according to law, so help me God.
I didn't even get sworn in there tonight, and I demean myself further, so that's all right. We'll move now on to appointment, mayoral appointment of Aaron Eastman to the library board. There was a letter, a recommendation that you guys had sent to you all, and so there's an open position, and I would.
Aaron Eastman.
Mhm.
Make a motion to approve the mayor's appointment of Aaron Eastman to the library board.
Second.
Second by Terry Motley. For appointing Aaron Easton to the library board. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? It passes. So Aaron is on the board. That moves us to number 8, legal, and that will be the appointment now of City of Centralia, what's the bill number for that?
2479.
2479. So I would take a motion for the first reading.
Move that bill number 2479 be given its first read by title only.
Second?
First and second that bill number 2479 be given its first reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. First reading, please. Oh, we don't have, what's changed?
That's usually Heather.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
No. Do we have?
Come on, please.
Let me read it.
Yeah, go ahead.
An ordinance to appoint Tara Strain as city administrator of Centralia, Missouri, effective August 29th, 2022.
Move that bill number 2479 be given its second reading by title only.
Second?
I have first and second that bill number 2479 be given its second reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Second reading, please.
An ordinance to appoint Tara Strain as city administrator of Centralia, Missouri, effective August 29th, 2022.
Move that bill number 2479 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second?
I have first and second that bill number 2479 be adopted by roll call vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Motley.
Yes.
Alderman Hudson.
4.
Alderman Wilkins.
4.
Alderman Decker.
4.
Alderman Rogers. Alderman Magley.
Yeah.
All right. Bill number 2479 passes. Ordinance number?
3144.
Okay. I would, now we will do
Here we go.
the duty of swearing in Ms. Tara.
And I apologize.
Raise your right hand, please. I, Tara Strain,
I, Tara Strain,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Missouri
and the Constitution of the State of Missouri
and the ordinances of the City of Centralia,
and the ordinances of the City of Centralia,
and that I will faithfully demean myself in the office of City Administrator
and that I will faithfully demean myself in the office of City Administrator
of said city
of said city
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
according to law, so help me God.
according to law, so help me God.
Tara, do you have the speech prepared?
You got any comments, thoughts?
I just want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I hope to prove myself and earn your trust and respect in doing so.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
We have all faith in you.
Yep.
Thank you.
I think you have our support, no question, so we want, make sure that we do everything we can to try to help you as well, so we got my commitment. All righty. That now we'll move on. We need to move on. I want to get too big headed too quick. That being said, we'll move on. Is B, change of compensation for the city employees, that would be bill number 2480.
Move that bill number 2480 be given its first reading by title only.
Second?
Have first and second that bill number 2480 be given its first reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. First reading.
I'll read it. An ordinance to fix the compensation of certain employees of the city of Centralia, Missouri. I move that bill number 2480 be given its second reading by title only.
Second?
Have a second, first and second for bill number 2480 to be given its second reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Second
An
reading.
ordinance to fix the compensation of certain employees of the city of Centralia, Missouri. I move that bill number 2480 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
First and second that bill number 2480 be adopted by roll call vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Motley.
Yes.
Alderman Hudson.
4.
Alderman Wilkins.
4.
Alderman Decker.
4.
Alderman Rogers. Alderman Magley.
Yeah.
Bill number 2480 passes. Ordinance number
3145.
That moves us down to C, would be bill number 2481. This is the Sunday liquor license hours being aligned with what the county or state does.
Already voted on this
So, there were some dates that were not changed in that ordinance, so this is an amendment.
Just an amendment for it. So, I would entertain a first reading by title only.
Move that bill number 2481 be given its first reading by title only.
Second.
Have first and second that bill number 2481 be given its first reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes.
An ordinance revising subsection A of section 3-5 of the Centralia City Code regarding hours licensees may operate under Sunday liquor licenses. Move that bill number 2481 be given its second reading by title only.
Second.
Have first and second that bill number 2481 be given its second reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes.
An ordinance revising subsection A of section 3-5 of the Centralia City Code regarding hours licensees may operate under Sunday liquor licenses. Move that bill number 2481 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
Have first and second that bill number 2481 be adopted by roll call vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Roll call vote, please. Passes.
Alderman Motley?
Yes.
Alderman Hudson?
Four.
Alderman Wilkins?
Four.
Alderman Decker?
No.
Alderman Rogers? Alderman Magley?
Yep.
Okay, it passes. Bill number 2481 passes. Ordinance number,
3146.
thank you. That moves us now down to finance. The resolution for bill number
2482.
2482, which is authorization of central bank signatures because of the changes in personnel. I'll accept the motion.
Move that bill number 2482 be given its first and only reading by title only.
Second.
I have a first and second that bill number 2482 be given its first and only reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes.
A resolution authorizing the mayor, mayor pro tem, the city clerk, and the deputy city clerk of the city of Centralia, Missouri to sign checks on the bank accounts of the city of Centralia, Central Bank of Boone County, and the city of Centralia, and other instruments on behalf of the city.
I move that bill number 2482 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
I have a first and a second from Mr. Decker, that bill number 2482 be adopted by roll call vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Motley?
Yes.
Alderman Hudson?
Four.
Alderman Wilkins?
Four.
Alderman Decker?
Four.
Alderman Rogers? Alderman Magley?
Yep.
Bill number 2482 passes. Resolution number, please.
R-22-17.
Thank you. That moves us on to authorizing signatures. B, authorizing signatures for fixed income investments. It's a resolution. It'd be bill number
2483.
2483. I would entertain a motion for one and only reading of title only.
Move that bill number 2483 be given its first and only reading by title only.
Second.
Have first and second that bill number 2483 be given its first and only reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. You're getting it.
He's a great, does a great job.
He's normally the game
He's
show
going over the
host.
weather. We gotta bring him back slowly.
Okay, I move that bill 2483 be adopted by roll call vote.
We haven't read it.
We gotta read it
We gotta read
first.
it.
A resolution authorizing the mayor, mayor pro tem, and either the city clerk of the city of Centralia, Missouri to establish, open, and maintain one or more accounts for the city of Centralia, Missouri, A.B. Chance Memorial Fund, and the Cemetery Perpetual Care Fund with fixed income investments located at Central Bank in Jefferson City to purchase government securities. Move that bill number 2483 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second?
First and second, that bill number 2483 be adopted by roll call vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? It passes. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Motley?
Yes.
Alderman Hudson?
4.
Alderman Wilkins?
4.
Alderman Deckard?
For,
Alderman Rogers? Alderman Magley?
Yeah.
Bill number 2483 passes. Resolution number,
R-22-18.
thank you. That moves us down to, as may arise, just a public statement about the fact that we're, at a point you guys will see some emails, that'll be confidential regarding the, Terracon remediation, out at the lower basin. You may have seen those already, if you haven't, you'll see them. With Fisher grading, there has been, the surety bond company, of Fisher's has, retained, legal representation and, has sent, an email, a letter to us, stating the fact that we're not to, pay them money that they demand that money all be paid to them that's owed to, Fisher. We don't at this time have any monies owed to them, due to the fact that, it's not till its completion date because of the percentage of the job that was done. And, we are working with Fisher to make sure that they'll be able to be there Wednesday or Thursday to put in the, liner after the remediation project's done, by Donaldson. If not, we will be, taking measures for Donaldson to finish that, because if it rains on it, it ruins the project, side of it for the Terracon, report. So that's kind of where we're at on that, just to bring everyone to speed. I don't have a problem making that statement in public, so.
that shouldn't be a big job to cover that up. I mean,
It's not,
It's not a big area.
It's not, but the guy that's on site absolutely told Matt, he wasn't putting that liner in. And we can't get anything that would be considered in writing from Fisher in general, in an email or anything of a commitment. So we're
I
working
thought
on.
we already had a letter from that.
We do, for them to be the sub under it to put that in, but the liner part
I
is
thought
not.
that it stated that they were putting the liner back in it.
It did,
Denver did say that.
So they
Fisher
have to
was.
put the liner back in.
that's right.
Okay.
But if they don't put it in, we gotta make sure we have a plan B, because, and we're looking into that. We talked to, Blake today on the phone to bring him up to speed about the newest, update on what we've received in the mail and everything that's going on with the thing, and, it would be foolish to say I have any confidence that they're gonna do anything. So
Have they removed the material out of the upper basin?
they've removed quite a bit of material, but they're not done. I mean,
It's not done.
no, and today was the final. Today was supposed to have been the final, not the other. I mean, this was supposed to be the final finished project today.
Starting today, they are accruing $1,000 a day penalty phase.
It's
So
been
it was
over a
$1,000 a day.
month.
Is they Fisher or Terracon?
Fisher.
Thank you, sir.
It's been $500 a day up till today.
That was what, from the 20th of June, 20th of July.
The 19th or 20th.
The 19th.
It was the 19th. I believe it was the 19th, and yes, I think that's right.
So 40 days at $500 a day.
And now it's $1,000.
Now it's $1,000.
And we're tracking that very closely here.
I thought it was the 20th was supposed to be finished date of August. I thought we were supposed to already be collecting $1,000 a day. I could be wrong, but I was
We
thinking,
double check with Matthew, but he
I
told
was
me
thinking,
today that.
I was
it
thinking the
today.
20th was.
I thought it was the 19th and 20th too. I thought it was the
Yep.
19th that the other one ended, and then the 20th.
19th, we started collecting 500, and the 20th, we started collecting 1,000.
That's what I remember it being, now that you say that. Matt was in there talking, he may have been confused when we were talking, and we were doing a lot of stuff, so that might.
And maybe this was supposed to be the final date.
It
It was
was,
supposed to be completely done.
by the 29th.
Yes, but we were
Yes, I
supposed to be collecting $1,000 a day from the 20th,
Right.
I believe.
I think you're right. We'll double
that.
check that, but that gives you guys an update, kind of some of the more things that are going on, so unfortunately, I wish I had something better to, as Mayor Rice bring up, but, I don't. I think that, anybody else got something that's Mayor Rice that they want to bring up? We don't really have old business or anything in here.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
First and second to adjourn, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We are adjourned.